fucking system broken. Trust. He could get money from me. He could borrow money from me.
All right. Mr. Lanto, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Those are problems. Some connection issues. Mr. Lanto?
Yes, I'm upside down. Sorry. Can you hear me?
Oh, there we go.
Can you hear us, Mr. Lanto?
I can hear you.
It's really choppy.
Okay.
Okay. Calling people versus Joshua Lanto. Case number 21WT02124. This is the date and time set for a show cause hearing. Mr. Lanto, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, great.
The reason why we called the show cause hearing was scheduled because you have two citations that you were defaulted on July 3rd of 2021. You were issued a citation out of White Lake Township for driving with an expired license and not having insurance. There are fines and costs due and owing on those. Looks like $300 for citation A and $210 for citation B. And there's also fees, late fees that have been assessed. And the reason why the show cause hearing was issued is because we haven't received any payment and we needed to know if you're going to set up a payment plan.
Okay, and what I was speaking to your clerk about is the fact that I did come up to the court, and I did record it. I have video evidence that I came up to the court with the tickets. So when it says that I failed to appear, that's incorrect. That's not accurate.
All right, well,
I think that was for the other case.
When you were issued these tickets, you needed to respond to them by requesting a hearing, if that's what you wanted to do. And I did. Or to plead, pursuant to the back of the ticket, it should have explained that to you, or requesting or issuing a plea responsibility with explanation, or requesting a hearing before the magistrate, or requesting a hearing before the judge. But that's not what's before the court today. It's that you've already been assessed the fines and costs. If you wish to motion to set aside the default, you need to come into court and file some documents for that.
Okay, and I did that as well. Because
I know you have a couple of cases in front of the court right now, so you might be getting this ticket confused with another ticket.
Right. And what I was speaking to your clerk about is just the fact that I would like to establish and address the issue of jurisdiction. And if there's any...
I don't mean to interrupt you, Mr. Lanto, but really that's not what this is before. That's not properly before the court today. If you wish to do that, you can do that. But the only thing I'm asking you today is, are you going to set up a payment plan with the court? If not, your tickets, you're just going to continue to be suspended.
Well,
If you wish to ask the court to set aside... If you wish to ask the court to set aside the default, I'll consider that, but it has to be properly filed before the court.
Okay. Yes, I might consider that, and that would be greatly appreciated. Because, like I said, I mean, COVID has everything thrown off with quite a few people, and I know at the time, Secretary of State has been closed. There's been a lot of confusion with a lot of things in the world that we live in nowadays. And I mean, I just saw that Oakland County is having trouble finding drivers, and they're looking to employ drivers. And I might decide to try to apply to become a driver for the county. I mean, I'd make a great driver. But obviously...
All right, well, if you're going to do that, you're going to have to take care of these tickets somehow because it shows that your license is suspended. So I'm just going to indicate that you're not offering a payment plan.
And I did receive a letter from the Secretary of State, and it stated that my license was not suspended. I don't have the letter right in front of me. I don't have it immediately available to me.
All right. Well, we don't have anything here, so I'm just going to indicate that you're not offering a payment plan. I would just suggest to you, if you have a letter that shows that, then you should bring it into the court so the court can review that. But as of right now, I'm showing that you're suspended on these tickets.
Okay,
now,
I was going to.
You have another matter before this court on December 7th at 1:30. So if you can get all your paperwork together, maybe you can bring it in on that date.
I think that one's by Zoom as well, but I don't know. But as I was saying to the law clerk, I was looking.
You're probably right. You're probably right. It's by Zoom. Well, maybe you can mail the information into the court.
I mean,
the court. If you say you have a letter, I don't have a letter. So if you have a letter, make a copy of it, send it to me so I can review.
Okay, yeah, I'd be happy to bring that up. Like I was explaining to your clerk,
Okay.
like I was explaining to the clerk, I was going to motion.
I don't know if you can hear me, but your connection.
Is it better now?
That's all. I can hear you a little bit now, but
okay.
There's really nothing. Did you have any other questions for me?
I was just going to motion to the court to dismiss this case and the case in December as well, citing that the prosecutor failed to file a proper case because, as far as I can tell...
Lanto?
Yes.
Mr. Lanto, I'm going to interrupt you again just because I told you that's not properly before the court. If you want to do that, I could entertain those motions, but they have to be brought properly before the court. So you'll have to file the proper forms or file the proper documents in order for me to consider that.
Okay, because I have not seen any factual evidence of jurisdiction. I've seen no corpus delicti. I've seen no body of evidence establishing that a crime. All right,
you're going to keep going, and I've already told you it's not properly before the court. So if you want to file the proper documents, I will entertain your motion. But it has to be filed properly.
Okay, and can I get those forms up?
I'm not denying anything. I'm just telling you it's not properly before the court.
Okay, and
so I'm indicating for the record that you're not setting up a payment plan. So those tickets will continue to just be shown unpaid. And if you have some documentation to show me that the Secretary of State has reinstated your license, just make sure you send that to me in a letter form or something so that maybe we can address that then on December 7th.
Okay, and where can I... Okay, and then if I come up to the court, do I just ask for the paperwork to file the motion to dismiss?
You can do that, yes.
Okay, because all I'm looking for is to be treated fairly, and I don't want to waste the court's time. I know the court's busy, and so... All
right, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Okay, great. All right.
We're just having little connection issues. All right, so Mr. Lanto.
Yes.
Looks like it's a show cause hearing today. Do you know what a show cause is?
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right, well, looks like you had failed to appear for your arraignment pretrial. So usually with show causes, all I do is just reschedule that arraignment pretrial. I can give you a date right now if it works for you. Hold on.
Okay, and actually, just to let you know, I did, it says that I failed to appear, but that's incorrect because I did bring the tickets up to the courthouse and I have video evidence that I dropped it off.
Okay. Well, I didn't see you in the courtroom, and nobody appeared on Zoom, or at least you didn't appear on Zoom. So when that happens, we usually just show cause them.
Yeah, because I also see, you know, and I'm not trying to give you a hard time at all. I also see that, you know, it was delivered by the mail, so there's obviously no proof that I received, you know, whatever proceeding it's saying I missed, you know. You know, it's not like there's any sort of personal service or proof that I got served with that.
Okay. All right. Well, here, I'll give you a date for the next. So what we're going to do is just reschedule. It's not going to be a show cause next go around. It's going to be an arraignment pretrial.
Okay.
Let's see.
And you know, I did submit some paperwork for another matter. That same paperwork, I don't know if there's two separate files because it's two separate case numbers. I don't really know, you know, the inner workings of the court.
Yeah, I'm looking at that right now, actually.
Okay.
We do have two files here on you.
Yeah, because what they're doing to me is, you know, it's predatory policing, basically, is what it is, you know. So predatory policing, you know, that I'll see these guys and they'll be busy with something, and then they'll stop whatever they're doing just to come, you know, harass me and give me a hard time. You know, and it says you're a law clerk, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I mean, if somebody's got something to establish, you know, the element of jurisdiction here, I'd be happy to look at it if anybody's got any factual evidence of jurisdiction, not to try to define what jurisdiction is. But if the prosecutor has some corpus delicti or, you know, a body of evidence that suggests that, you know, there is jurisdiction or the power of the court to hear this case, I'd be willing to look at it and see it. I don't want to waste the court's time, you know. I know your time is valuable. So if I could see some corpus delicti, if I could see some evidence of a crime here, that's what I'm going to be asking for at the arraignment anyways.
Okay. Well, I'm going to reschedule that so that you can get some of that proof.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not looking to, I mean, you know, I understand there's a pretrial and a trial, and then they're going to tell me that's where, you know, we can discuss that issue, but I need to discuss that issue at the arraignment.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Well, I'm sure they can be discussed at the arraignment.
Yeah.
So...
Because obviously, if there's absent any sort of, you know, corpus delicti, if there's anything absent of, you know, like due process of law stating that I had like 5 DUIs or something, that's the reason, you know, I don't have a license, or that the state is trying to take away my my ability to, you know, travel and move my property. You know, I'm not trying to come with the sovereign citizen type arguments here. You know what I mean? I'm not a sovereign citizen. You know, but I have a good driving record. You know, so I just
say that your status is suspended as of November 8th, 2021.
I got a letter from
There is
I got a letter from Secretary of State stating that my license was not suspended.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know.
Well, yeah, this was I don't know when that letter was produced or when they sent it out. This was as of 11:08.
11:08.
Yeah.
I don't remember when. I don't remember specifically when I got that letter. But it did say that. You know, I'd have to exit out of my phone to be able to pull up what it actually said verbatim in the letter. But it stated that, you know, your failure to appear for this, you know, caused your license be suspended. However, after reviewing this, Secretary of State established that there's no reason to suspend my license.
Oh, okay. All right. So I thought you were here on the White Lake matter. So there looks like there's a registration and plate violation, as well as an expired license. That was through White Lake Township. There's also this other case that's up today. Actually, this other one isn't even up today. It's up on December 7th. This one is up for, it looks like you have some fines that you haven't paid. It's a show cause hearing for failure to pay $345.
How much?
I have a case number for you if you want it. It's
Sure,
$345.
yeah. How much? I'm sorry?
$345.
$345?
$345. Yep.
Wow.
This was on a ticket. I can give you the case number for it.
All right, yeah, let's see. Case number 21WT02124B.
Yep, that's it.
Okay, yeah, because, again, like I said, I mean, I'd like to see some corpus delicti. I'd like to see some supporting evidence of jurisdiction that says that I am responsible for the $345. And again, I'm not trying to give you a hard time. I'm trying to be, like, as friendly
I understand.
Friendly and respectful. You know what I mean?
All right, I think I can. Let me double check with the judge real quick. I think I can just schedule this for a hearing.
Yeah, I mean, if they'd be willing to, like, just dismiss these cases, because I've heard that there's a lot of places right now looking for drivers. And, I mean, I might be interested in some of those jobs. You know what I mean? I heard that the road commission is having a really tough time finding drivers right now. And I was thinking of applying to become a driver, and driver by the terms of Black's Law, Bouvier's dictionary, and Michigan state statutes, all would say I'm a driver when it comes to, applying for that type of position. And I think I'd be really well suited for that sort of position. And then, yes, I would be a driver and required to get a license. But I would love to do that. So it's almost like we're in a position, like COVID kind of has us all in a position where it's kind of like these are unusual, these are unusual waters for everybody. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so it's like,
yeah. Let me check with the judge here real quick.
And if she wants to make a motion to dismiss this, citing that the prosecutor failed to file a proper case, that would be outstanding.
Okay.
And then,
all right, let me talk to her real quick. I'm going to put you in the waiting room, and I'll bring you back in 1 second.
Okay.
Broken system, broken trust. He could get money from me. He could borrow money from me.
Okay.
You know what corpus delicti is, right?
I do.
Okay,
yes.
proof of a crime, or a corpse, or show me the crime. Show me the crime, and if there is no victim, then they really don't have any jurisdiction.
Correct. I would agree that is the definition of corpus delicti. So you can definitely raise that argument prior to the trial.
Well, I mean, I'm simply gonna ask for proof of jurisdiction, and has the prosecutor passed, or is there any factual evidence of jurisdiction? Because it's not, the burden of proof is not on me. The burden of proof is on them.
Of course. Do you have a copy of?
Right. Okay.
So there, also I did speak with the prosecutor, based on our conversation that I had, and there is a good chance that this case actually may be dismissed.
Okay. Well, that
Broken system, broken trust. He could get money from me. He could borrow money from me.